There, friend. I am so glad you decided to join me for this chat. Today, we're diving into something that's both fascinating and a bit mysterious: the connection between our brains, our emotions, and our autoimmune systems. The brain is like this incredible, intricate puzzle. We know a lot about it, but there's still so much to discover. Now, with AI making waves, who knows what we'll learn next? But for now, we'll explore a little bit about what we do know. Now, this video comes on the heels of my interview with Amanda Hinman and Christian Elliot, April and May's interviews for today's Tough Choices podcast. So, let's kick things off with talking about the brain. It's this amazing organ that does so much without us even noticing about it. It controls our breathing, our heart rate, and even how we react in stressful situations. And this is all thanks to the limbic system. And it's often dubbed the emotional brain, the emotion brain. It's like the command center for our survival instincts and our emotional responses. Now, there's something fascinating that many traditional doctors tend to view the mind and the bodies as separate entities. Now, I'm not talking about the integrated medicine that combines holistic medicine with Western medicine. This perspective has been a cornerstone of Western medicine for quite some time. However, recent insights are challenging this notion, revealing just how interconnected our bodily systems really are. I've had some enlightening conversations with specialists who have shed light on this topic, and it's truly eye opening. Now, imagine your mental state as a conductor, orchestrating the symphony that is our body, our thoughts, our beliefs, our feelings. Don't just stay in our heads. They send signals throughout our body, influencing how it functions. Now, for instance, when we're stressed or when we are anxious, our bodies, uh, our brain releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Adrenaline's that particular hormone that uh, allows like a woman with a child pinned underneath a car to lift the car. Uh, it's a very handy hormone that enables our bodies to do things that they could not otherwise do in a crisis. These hormones prepare our body for what is known as fight or flight response, and it affects everything from our heart rate to our immune system. Now, this connection means that our mental health can directly impact our physical health, as you can see. Positive thoughts and positive emotions will promote healing and well being, while negative ones can contribute towards becoming ill. It's like our body is constantly eavesdropping on our mind, taking cues from our emotional state. Okay. Moreover, this interconnectedness suggests that healing isn't just about treating physical illnesses, it's about addressing the entire person: mind, body, and spirit. By understanding and nourishing these connections, we can foster better health outcomes and a more balanced life. So the next time you are feeling stressed or overwhelmed, remember that your thoughts do have power. We can regulate what we think, but sometimes we're caught in spirals of patterns of thinking that influence our body's health in profound ways. Taking care of our mental well being is just as important as taking care of our physical health. It's all connected, and understanding this can be a game changer, in how we appreciate our health and our wellness. Understanding autoimmune diseases is imperative. Now, there are over 80 separate types, and they do overlap because one of the things that we know is that if you have one autoimmune disease, you're probably going to have a couple more, if not beyond and more beyond that, depending on how we treat our bodies and our minds, and which affect our emotions. And these autoimmune diseases happen when our immune system mistakenly attacks healthy tissues and organs. It's like the body gets its wires crossed and starts fighting itself. Does that make sense to you? In my chats with experts, I've learned how closely our thoughts align with what the brain tells our body to do. It's like a dance where the mind leads and the body follows. Now, we've all had those moments when we're tough on ourselves, right? Right? I mean, how many times have we called ourselves names or spoken to ourselves in ways that we would never talk to a friend, not even an acquaintance? Some of us grew up with blame, shame, and guilt that we didn't deserve. These experiences can lead to thought patterns that stick with us well into adulthood. When we internalize negative emotions like anger, self hatred, self doubt, our body takes those thoughts as instructions, as cues, which can lead to physical harm if our thoughts are uh, radically going in circles over long periods of time. Those old scripts from childhood, the ones that we replay over and over, can actually cause that biological harm. It's like having conversations we never get to have, and it all adds up. We can literally harm ourselves with our thoughts if we're not careful about what we believe and accept as reality. It's our perceptions of reality, our interpretations of reality that are so important. How do you know that you are interpreting reality as it is, as fact, unless you bounce something off of somebody else? Whether it's in a conversation with a friend, a good friend that you share your heart with unreservedly, or a doctor. So how do we get help for the help that we need? Okay. What can we do when we're feeling stuck or overwhelmed? Okay, first of all, I want to emphasize that seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. It's about taking control of our journey, our life's journey, and deciding what direction we are going to head. I'm not saying necessarily that we are captains of our own fate, because I do believe in a God who's directly involved in what happens to us. But we need to find the support that we need in order to thrive. I've been there myself dealing with autoimmune issues and the emotional baggage that came with them. And now it took time and it's taking time, but working through these challenges has been transformational. And it's a lifelong journey. It took a long time to get to where we are. It takes a while, indefinitely, to fully heal. Finding the right therapist or coach can be a game changer also. It's not about getting advice. I mean, it's so much more than that. Counselors advise, coaches help you find your answers and take the roadblocks, the what's getting in your way, the limiting beliefs that we have, and helps us to go in a direction that we really, really do truly want to go in. With counselors, it's more on the side and the interpretation of where you are. It's about having someone who understands your unique situation and can guide you through that particular part of your journey. Now, for myself, I'm a coach, I'm a life coach. I specialize in this area, having worked with many individuals facing similar challenges because I am well familiar with the challenges that such individuals face because I've had to work through those. However, my goal is to ensure that you find the best fit for your needs, whether it's with me or someone else. Now, this is not a pitch, and in some ways it is, of course, because I want to introduce the fact that I'm here and my particular mission is to help folks who have been compromised by narcissistic abuse. It exists, according to Dr. George Simon, in one of my other interviews with the author of In Sheep's Clothing. I want to tell you that people are suffering with the aftermath of being victimized by this particular conundrum that's cross cultural all around the world. It's very real. So that is where I am. I help people get reconnected to themselves, reconnected to others, and try to figure out how you want to turn that that series of things that we have experienced as victims of narcissistic abuse into being resilient and into rebuilding our lives, reestablishing what is important to us and what we need to let go of. So that's my plug for my passion and what I love to do. But what I do is I offer a 45-minute chat, not as a sales pitch, but as an opportunity to explore where you are, what works best for you, what are your options. I know other coaches that specialize in various parts of life where we might need to have you go and speak to them. They're more than happy to spend time with you. Some of them offer recessions like I do in order to discover who you are and if you're a good fit. The session will be all about you, understanding your needs, your goals, and what support is most beneficial. If I can help, fantastic. If not, I'm more than happy to connect you to a professional who might be a better fit. Now, remember, the journey to healing and empowerment is personal, and it's important to find someone who resonates with you. Whether you're dealing with stress, autoimmune diseases, or you just need somebody to talk to. There's relationship coaches, there's business coaches, there are coaches that help you uh, figure out what your next best step is as far as what you need to do with your business, how to invest your money. There's a lot of different kinds of coaches, but whoever you choose, whether it's a counselor, a traditional doctor, an integrative doctor, coach. Did I say counselor? But what I want to say is check them out. Make sure you check out their reviews. Make sure you check out how long they've been in practice. Um, eh, just really don't just take anybody's title and go to them because some can do more harm than good, and you walk away more wounded than you ever were when before you sought out help. Okay. You're not alone in this, and taking that first step to reach out can open doors to new possibilities and healing. If you are experiencing symptoms like fatigue or other health concerns that are lasting extended amounts of time, especially when it comes to fatigue, definitely check in with some type of doctor to see if autoimmune diseases might be a factor. So remember, I'm not a medical expert. So always verify everything I say or somebody else says that you might check out uh, to do with a professional of your choosing, carefully researched. Now, thanks for hanging out with me today and exploring this important topic. Take care of yourself and don't hesitate to reach out if you need support. You can go to my website and you can get a hold of me through my website. It is www or https 1001 fresh fresh starts plural starts .net. That's 1001 freshstarts.net. Again, I offer free discovery calls just to make sure that we might be a good fit. And if I can't help you, then we will find somebody who can. In the meantime, I want to say thank you for popping in. And this is one of my first lives, so bear with me with if I tripped over some of my thoughts while I was talking. I look forward to the next informative and chatty video that I make because I care. I really, really care about people. People matter to me. And I've been where you are. If you are dealing with narcissistic abuse, if you are dealing with any kind of abuse, and you don't know how to get out and you don't know what to do next, you can get a hold of me through my website. And I will be more than happy to give you any materials that you might need or give you help you to find your way to the next best step in your journey. Take care. Bye.